Hey y'all, what's going on? It's me, Miss V, and today what we're going to be talking about is we're going to be discussing dilation. So dilations are special compared to the other transformations that we've talked about so far because everything that we've talked about so far, they have been rigid motions, but dilations, they're not rigid motions. So a dilation is basically either an enlargement or a shrinking of your figure. So if you have some sort of shape, then what's going to happen is your shape is either going to get bigger, like this, or smaller, like so. Okay, so it'll go from the small one to the big one, or the big triangle to the small triangle. Okay, so a dilation will either make your figure bigger or smaller, and dilations also have a center of dilation, kind of like rotations have a center of rotation. But the center of dilation will essentially determine how you will change the coordinates. So for example, most often we use the origin as our center of dilation, so 0, 0. Whenever we use the origin as our center of dilation, we have a point A, or whatever point it's called, and this right here is your pre-image coordinate. So whenever the origin is our center of dilation, then it's very simple to figure out how the figure is changing. Okay, so we have a center of dilation. We also have something called a scale factor, which I probably should have mentioned before I mentioned the center of dilation. But the scale factor is essentially how you're changing your shape. So if your scale factor is bigger than 1, basically a scale factor is, think of it as whenever you go to the doctor, the eye doctor, and you get your pupils dilated, okay? Your scale factor is essentially how much bigger am I making my pupil compared to how it was before, or how much smaller am I making my pupil compared to how it was before, okay? So a scale factor is some number, and sometimes it'll be determined by K equals or S equals, but it's basically some number that tells you, okay, you're making your shape 2 times bigger, or you're making it 1/3 smaller. Okay, so your scale factor, if your scale factor is bigger than 1, okay, so like 2, 3, 4, 5, any number, 1.5, any number bigger than 1, then your figure is going to be enlarged, or it's going to get bigger. And if your scale factor is less than 1, so 1/2, 1/3, 1/8, then your figure is going to shrink. Okay, it makes sense because think about it. If you have a scale factor that's like 2 or 3, you're trying to make your figure 3 times bigger. Whereas when it's less than 1, it's going to be a fraction or a decimal. So that's not even a whole number, which means it's going to be smaller. Okay, so scale factor is important because whenever we have the center of dilation, if we dilate with the origin as the center of dilation, basically what happens between the pre-image and the image is that now your image, you're just going to multiply both X and Y by whatever your scale factor is, okay? So for example, if I have a point A at 3, 3, and actually let's do 3, 4. And let's say, hey, dilate that point, or dilate that figure. That's a point in the figure. So dilate that figure by a scale factor of 2, okay? So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to multiply 2 times X and 2 times Y. So your new point A is at 6, 8, okay? You do the same exact thing for all the points in your figure if the center of dilation is the origin, okay? We're going to start off with the origin as the center of dilation. We can also dilate from other points that are not the origin. So in that case, it's a little bit different. But this is just a basic intro of dilations, okay? If you guys have any questions, as always, please feel free to leave comments below. I always read you guys' comments, and I keep track of my YouTube channel. So if you guys ever have any comments, questions, you want to know what it's like to be a teacher, whatever it is y'all want to know, just go ahead and comment below, and I will see y'all in another video. Bye.